Hello there once again, my friends, and welcome to another little bit of a gaming backlog update. Now, obviously I made an update video like just a week or two ago, but that was like a kind of overall channel update. That was like what was happening here in terms of series and things like that. But I thought I'd do something about the games that I've actually been playing. Now, way back in, I think it was June or July, I made a video announcing that I was finally going to be doing the Summer Gaming Backlog Challenge for the first time, which is something that I've actually wanted to do since about 2010 or 11. But following that video, I didn't actually make any sort of updates or anything like that. So I thought I'd just kind of update you guys as to how that went and also what I'm planning on doing next. So as part of that challenge, I listed 5 video games that I wanted to complete within the summer of 2017. 2 of those I'd technically already beaten by the time I made the video, but it was within summer, so I counted them. The first one was Picross 3D Round 2, which is like a puzzle game for the 3DS. It's a 3D version of the old-fashioned kind of Picross games, the Japanese-style puzzles. And I really enjoy them, so it was interesting to kind of wrap my head around that new kind of twist to it. I've played it a little bit since the time that I made that video, but not like massively. It's not something that I'm sinking a lot of time into, but I do enjoy the puzzles. The second one was Band Hero, and I just straight up haven't played that since. I don't know what else you can say. It's not the greatest Guitar Hero game, but there's a fun selection of songs, and I got most of the achievements, so probably just going to leave it at that. The third game on my list was another 3DS game. It was Pokemon Sun. And whilst I didn't technically beat this within the summer of 2017, when the deadline was approaching, I really started sinking a lot of hours into it. And my challenge was just to beat the main credits, like it was to beat the league. Although I remember saying there wasn't a league in this game, but there was, spoiler alert. My main challenge was to beat that, see the credits roll, and that was it. Because getting to 100% in a Pokemon game is kind of hard to define because, you know, it depends what you personally classify as 100%. For me, for those games, it's, you know, just beating, like completing the Pokedex. And I mean, not just seeing all the Pokemon, but getting them all and physically owning every single one. And funnily enough, that's actually what I went on to do. I'm pretty sure within the space of about a month, I must have sunk about 50 hours into the game, maybe more than that, and essentially I completed the entire Alolan Pokedex, and I have all of the Pokemon. I think I'm missing like Porygon and Porygon 2 and maybe Type Null, but that's basically it. And obviously I had to have those to evolve to get the next forms, but you only get one of each in the game, so I just haven't acquired them yet, but I will at some point. But I've completed the Alolan Pokedex, so that one is technically 100% complete, which is kind of cool. Game number 4 was Assassin's Creed, which no, I did not beat in the summer, but if you've been watching my Let's Play series, I did finish that a couple weeks ago, and that is now done and dusted. Not just done and dusted, but 100% complete with every single achievement, so I 1000G'd it, which was pretty awesome. I was excited about that one. That's the first time I've done that in a few years. And then the 5th and final one was Crisis 3, which again, if you've been following along with my Let's Play series, I beat just a few days ago. And I haven't 1000G'd that one. I don't know if I'm going to 1000G that one. I won't anytime soon. Basically because you can only get 750G single player, the last 250G is online multiplayer, and I don't have Xbox Live currently. Basically, after I beat the game, I went back and mopped up all the kind of individual level achievements and the collectibles, and I got all the little stuff. And now I'm playing through it again on the hardest difficulty. I'm currently on the 6th mission out of 7, so that's pretty much going to be done like anytime soon whenever I actually pick it up and play it again. So that's kind of cool. So that's one that I've not only finished from the summer, but also that I'm working on right now. Which is pretty much a perfect segue into the next segment, which is what I'm going to do now. Again, Let's Plays on this series, we have Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. That one, I've essentially done the main 8 worlds and completed them all without using continues, which means I've now unlocked the 9th world, which is one of the Master Worlds, and then I need to unlock World 10, which is going to be pretty hard. And the thing about that game is that to technically achieve 100% completion, you need to get every single banana in every single main world level, but there aren't just the bananas that you can see, there are also hidden bananas that are literally invisible and only kind of clock when you jump into them. But apparently there's some sort of glitch in one of the final stages of the game where it's pretty much impossible to get all of the bananas in one of the last levels, which means that if you're being technical, nobody has ever 100% completed this game. So for my personal 100% completion, all I want to do is just beat the 10 worlds without using continues. I've done 8 of them, 9 and 10 are probably going to be not impossible, but very, very difficult. So that is what I'm working towards for this game, and also, you know, just finishing the 10 worlds will be the Let's Play, so that'll be finished relatively soon. Another one I recently started is L.A. Noire. That game I've technically 100% completed already, actually, in terms of like in-game statistics, but there are about 4 or 5 achievements that I'm missing from like little individual things in levels, and also the one for 5-starring every case, which I'm not going to do in this run, but doing this run will be like a prerequisite. It'll be like me learning how the game works again, so that I can go through and 5-star everything and then get that final achievement, or those final achievements at some point. So hopefully that should be 1000 G relatively soon, and if not, at least it's going to be a fun Let's Play to do. Another one that I'm going to be working on is Robert Ludlum's The Bourne Conspiracy. I've already beaten that game and I have 38 out of 49 achievements, something along those lines. So there are basically just a few little things that I need to do. I need to beat it on the toughest difficulty, which is actually something that I'm doing as part of the Let's Play, which is not something I usually do, but it's going to be an interesting one to see how that kind of plays out. And then I also just need to do a little bunch of like loose stuff, like, you know, mopping up like collectibles and individual level things. But other than that, I've pretty much like got that one. So that one is just going to be like a fun little Let's Play, and also mop up some achievements, and that should be a relatively easy 1000 G. Other than that, there's nothing specific that I'm working on. It's mostly just the games that I'm Let's Playing. With the amount that I'm prospectively going to be traveling, moving around, and not having access to my Xbox over the next month, 2 months, I'm not 100% sure how things are going to play out. I may end up just playing more portable stuff. One thing I did pick up again recently was Super Mario 3D Land. That one I've kind of beaten the main worlds, got all the star coins in them, and I'm on to the secret worlds, and I think I've beaten 4 or 5 of those with every single coin. So I'm just kind of going through getting those. And I don't know if there's anything after that point, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm aiming to complete that one. And another game that I really want to finish is Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I borrowed that one from my aunt way back in the day, like when it first came out pretty much, and I beat that one then. I've acquired my own copy, and I haven't completed it yet, so that's another one that I want to do. And the final game that I'm going to mention today, I don't know if it's going to be exactly like the final game that I'll be playing, but it's the final one that I can think of off the top of my head, and if anything changes between now and next month, then I'll let you know next month. But the final game is Pokemon Link. I played that one back in the day, probably on an R4 card or something, but I finally acquired like an actual copy of it, so I'm really kind of excited to dig into that one, because I did enjoy that quite a lot. And I do like me some puzzles. So anyway guys, that's it for this little backlog update video. Let me know in the comments down below what you've been playing, what you're up to, you know, what you're planning on playing next, things like that. If you liked this one, make sure to smash that like button down below, and if you're new around here, consider subscribing, because we make really good Let's Play videos every single day. I hope you're having a really good day, my friends. I'll see you really soon. Subscribe.